here, lucky to witness it. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. These guys that you see on your screen, they won't be witnessing. They will be participating in what should be an excellent game. Let's get down to the field. It's time for kick. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now Foles. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give them 11 on the gain there, and that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Foles, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Steve Smith that time, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. They run again with a jive. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
Here's Foles. It's caught outright by Graham. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And Marshall's got it. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver from 8 yards out. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Thank you, Larry. Brandon Gaudin, along with Charles Davis here in the booth. We are set for a spectacular draft champions matchup and some spectacular talent on your screen right now. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get down to the field for kickoff. The getting to know each other process is over. Time to get down to it. And we're off in week 3 of Draft Champions. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The first carry here for Jaquiz Rogers. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Luck. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here's Luck. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. Now on 4th down, here's Drew Butler in punt formation. Back deep, Golden Tate. Now it's Tate. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. Oh, look at the juke. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Flush to his right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. Well, they held them to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at them. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On 2nd down, here's Luck. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 3 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now Luck. And it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go back to the air here after the INT. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
To throw is Love. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
And maybe some indecision on what to do, and they're going to get a delay. Here's Drew Butler now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. On the return, it's Tate. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Here's Foles. And this is incomplete. Again, they were targeting Marshall there. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Now Foles. And Tate's got it. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Foles. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's brought down. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll look to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. It'll go as a gain of 12, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. Their fellow receivers or offensive linemen, that makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They go play action here on first down. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 2nd and 10, Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Wide open receiver complete. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. Right hash, 37-yard attempt.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now it'll be 4th and short.
So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They go back to the air here after the INT. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Now Luck. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Third and long, it's Luck. And he finds his man, Kamar Aiken. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
Again, Luck. He's got time in the pocket. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 11. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt.
Your head this way. Are you still living in the place? They told me you've been doing okay, okay. In another world where you and me, we show our hearts yet entirely. Deliver me from reality and take me to my fantasy. Tell me we can make this real if we can follow what we feel. I'm running but I've reached the edge, and now I'm falling, so promise that you'll catch me.
Thank you very much, Larry Ridley. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. We are ready for this draft champions matchup as you get a quick peek at some of the stars in today's game. We're ready to go. Let's get down to kickoff. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go in draft champions. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Carry for Lamar Miller. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Well, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. Yeah, that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
To throw here. And right away, he lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've cocked it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now Foles. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 10 yards to go on third. On play action, they'll throw. And Tate's got it. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We've just gotten started here, and already these guys have been handed a really difficult decision to make. Oh, did they get themselves a player here or what? And this team does have a lot of needs, but this guy is a legitimate star, and he'll make everyone around him better. Yeah, maybe not the pick that's going to change this team's fortune, but he is an improvement over what they had. These middle rounds are where your decisions can really impact your team, because if you pass on certain positions, there's no guarantee you're going to see them again. These are the rounds you love to see, some big names to choose from here. One Philadelphia Eagle has already been taken in this draft. Could they double up and take another one here? Definitely some options with this pick. Do you take a skill player here or get yourself some help up front? What to do here? Build up the interior of your line or get that skill player to add another weapon? Still a few holes on this roster and not a lot of... Yeah, I think they got the best player there, and they got a guy that fills a big need, so that's an excellent choice. Both offensive and defensive options here. They might have to ask themselves which side of the ball needs more attention. These are tough decisions here, offense or defense. Well, not too tough to see into the thought process of that pick. Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available.